Oh, I'll check your DM.
Hold. Holding. Oh, this is your tier list. Crown is an S tier. Wrath is an S
Yes,
tier.
yes.
Crown is a high B, maybe a low A. Oh, it's not a fucking S tier.
Crown is one of the best raids they made.
It's a good raid. I don't know if it's an S tier raid.
I wouldn't say Deepstone beats it. Leviathan doesn't beat it.
No, no. Also, why do you have two different versions of? I mean, oh, you
Well,
okay?
those were the D1 versions.
I know, I know, I know.
I did not like those three in D1, if I'm going to be honest.
Oh, you want me to make my own tier?
Why not? I mean, it's either I can listen to you and just like not understand where the ranking is for the entire time, or I can just look at it.
Okay, you know what? I'll give you a ranking, but I will not rank.
Salvation's a wrap.
I will not rank Salvations or Wrath purely because I haven't done them, so it will be a disservice
That's fair.
to just give them a rank. But you know what? I'll give you the
That's fair.
benefit of the doubt. Here, let me just.
Oh, I just put the D1 ones in D because I also just did not care for them in D1.
I guess we're making a tier list. You know, it's
Like for me in D1, it was Wrath or Bust.
you didn't play D1 in its fucking vanilla state. Like it was bare bones. Like you completed.
Yeah,
You,
I know I didn't play in this vanilla state, and I thank God I didn't.
I mean, thank God you didn't. But dude, like, okay, so Prison of Elders gave us Trials, which was like a. I mean, you don't care about PvP that much, but it was like a game changer for a lot of people. Crota's End was like really we're scraping the bottom of the barrel here. Like it all started with Slayer Age because like he was practically the goat. He was like the guy that pioneered the speed running theme, but also the challenge running theme when it came to Destiny. And then it quickly grew. Like people memed on Crota's End so hard that Dado would just jump on with his friends and he would do absurd challenges like fucking blindfolded Crota's End or some stupid shit. Those were like peak Destiny 1 days before King's Fall, before Taking King ever came around. Uh, but yeah, here let me do let me shut the fuck up. Okay, I guess we'll go ahead and riff off the band-aid. Uh, I mean, it got turned from a meme raid that was practically well, I sold it in D1, if that tells you anything. Now, putting my biases and my memory aside, I would say it's definitely a lot better than most Destiny, or I wouldn't say most Destiny 2 raids. A lot of the raids that we've had in Destiny 2 and for Destiny 1 standards. I think it would be a low B or a high C. I think I'm gonna go with a high C. That might change over to a low B here. Uh, see this right here. This is Wrath, right? No, this is not Wrath.
Which one?
This one.
Wrath is right after Vow. That's Warlords. Wrath is under Callus.
Wait, why is the dungeon here? This is
These are dungeons and raids. I only did raids because I think putting dungeons on the same tier as a raid is kind of difficult.
Oh, okay, makes sense.
Like, how can I put a dungeon in S tier above like a raid, like above most raids?
Yeah, this is Eater. This right here. This is Eater. All right, Eater. Like I don't have to think about this. I can just turn off my brain. Fun raid to do with the boys. Fun raid to do with LG. You're not gonna fucking break the bank and lose hours of sleep before work. So D tier. Really like what you get Zenith of your kind and a fusion rifle from what I remember. I don't really remember that much. Or like it's stared back. Actually, no, I think
It was the shotgun, and then it was the
fusion.
GL.
Oh, it was the
No,
GI.
the fusion and side armor from Spire.
No, I remember like wait, it was a full auto adaptive sidearm, right? Because if that's the one we're talking about, you
No,
could.
no, no. So Zenith of Your Kind came from Eater, and then it was I Am Alive, the heavy GL. The
Oh,
sidearm and fusion came from Spire.
might be right. It's been a hot minute. I'm gonna piss off a lot of people here. I thought Scourge was great. I have a lot of great memories with it, but outside of doing it a few times and getting Anarchy, I think I rightfully say it's a high B. It's a high B.
What? Scourge thing when you're on the platform and those clans.
It's, don't get me wrong, it's a really good raid. It's a really fun raid. I really like it. I just don't think like it's either like a high B or a low A for me. Sorry. Spire.
That's understandable for Scourge. Like in concept, it sounds really nice, but there's not really a whole lot going on.
Yeah, not
Like the
really.
map is cool, berserkers are cool, and the ACP or the CAP that was cool as well, and the boss was even neat. But again, there's not really much like happening.
I mean, the boss is practically just a break before Beyond Light came out, so
I mean, yeah, but at the time, you know,
It w-
like it was just so really cool as well.
I can barely hear you. Where are you talking from?
What's the next GM you need to do?
Let me check real quick. I just need Battleground Mars and that's it. But yeah, if you need to go to bed, that's fine. Me and Trevor can find an individual and do it. But I'm doing my ranking right now. Don't take me anywhere. Deepstone. Deepstone is a low B. I love Deepstone. I really do. But it's not an A tier raid. It just isn't.
You said
It's, at first, when it came out, oh, yeah, no, it was great. Now it's kind of like,
I still
it's whatever.
I still think like Aatrox is one of like, yeah, Tanix Phase 1 is just, sorry, Tanix 1 is just a snooze fest. Tanix 2, kind of the same thing. Not really much going on. Opening is just, I thought opening was actually like not too boring.
You talking opening or you talking security?
Security, sorry, security, not opening. Opening can be a bit annoying if you're running it with a bad team, but yeah, you could make the same arguments for Crota's End. If you're doing Abyss with an LFG, it's gonna be an absolute fucking nightmare. But yeah, I think it's an alright raid. It's a good gateway raid. So like if somebody doesn't know how to raid or something and you want to get them to raid, I think Deepstone is like a perfect ground to set up that framework for them. You know, it's not overly complex. There isn't much going on. It's easy to lay down the mechanics on them.
I agree.
I love Deepstone.
You're gonna hate me for this. Garden is an A tier raid, and so is
I
Spire.
Are you telling me that I would hate you?
Yeah, I think Garden is actually a great.
I have Garden in A as well.
Oh shit, do you? Hold
I
on.
also have it Garden in A. Yeah, it goes in A. It's Garden, Scourge, Crota.
Oh yeah, no, it does. It does. Okay. You know what? You're kind of based here for the A tier. You're kind of maybe not so much for Scourge. I can see Crota being an A for you, or like D2 Crota.
Yeah, I'm thinking about Scourge. Like it may be like top B, but I don't know.
Public reception for Garden over the years is crazy. I think it's mainly people salty over mechanics, if you were to ask me. But that's the case with Spire as well. Is like people hated Spire not because of that one bug that happens at the final encounter. It's because people really didn't understand the mechanics of it.
Fire was weird for me. Like I didn't know where.
It's
where to
relatively
rank
short.
it, to be honest.
It's relatively short, but it's part of the Leviathan. It's not meant to be long. It's the same thing with Eater. I think the disappointing part about Spire isn't really the length of it.
Like, I liked Spire due to like the complexity of it, but it was also like I don't know.
Well, I mean, this is why I put them on a high ranking here for Garden and Spires, because they're mechanically more involved and complex compared to the other raids that we've had. Let's see. We're not gonna put Salvations. And this is D1 Crota. I think it's fair to say, as much as I have some fond memories with it, it's a D tier raid. D1 Crota doesn't hold a candle compared to D2 Crota. And I think I'm doing disservice to D2 Crota by putting it a low C. I think it's a low B instead of a high C. But we're gonna keep going. This is D2 King's Fall, right? Yeah, because the crystals are very blue.
Yeah.
They already took a great raid. And while they did, like, honestly, all the changes in the raid are an absolute W. You can't one orb Golgoroth anymore. I'm kind of disappointed with what they did with the War Priest. I thought having 3 acolytes and just timing your kills at them took skill. I think putting in Taken Knights and rebranding them, I'm not saying it's a bad change, I'm just saying it's an unnecessary change. I feel like they could have left War Priest unchanged, and that would have probably been better. The change for Sisters and Oryx, because the way it worked in Destiny 1 is whatever play Oryx slammed, you would go diagonally opposed to start running, I think. So if you were to slam L1, you would start running from R2. Was it R2 or L2? Actually, it might have been R2. Yeah, no, sorry.
See, I don't remember.
No. If he slammed L1, you would start from R2. I think it's been a while since I've done D1 King's Fall. Overall, like, the changes that were done to it were mainly good. I don't see any negatives with it. So this raid is very special to me because I don't know if I want to put it above D1 King's Fall, because I think D1 King's Fall aged pretty well. But I also think D2 King's Fall was just as good. I think...
Well, since D1 King's Fall isn't on there, I wouldn't worry about that. Like, it's not on your board yet.
Oh, it is. It's here. I can see it. You got here after.
It's not... You haven't ranked it.
Oh.
Like, it's in the pool, but it's not on the board. So I wouldn't worry about like a raid that you haven't ranked yet.
I'm gonna put D1 King's Fall in S tier. I'm gonna also put Last Wish in S tier.
I see. That's just insane. I just do not believe that at all.
But also, this is a high, I don't know, because I really love VOW. I think VOW was one of the greatest raids that Bungie has gave us. I really do.
Mm-hmm. Opening's annoying, but you know, it's really good.
Had it not been for the opening, had it not been for the fucking annoying ass opening, that it's a side scroller, or sorry, it's an auto scroller, so there is no way to accelerate the process and make this go faster. I think it would have been higher. I think this is a low A.
Really?
Ron. I think the main disappointment is it's not mechanically involved as much, and Nezarec felt kind of a pushover. So I think this is a low C. They could have done a lot more with Ron. They could have cooked a lot more. I mean, when a dungeon is harder than a fucking raid, then I'm sorry, man. You kind of fucked up big. But then again, they fucked up a lot of things with Lightfall. I think Cali's too easy. Sure is good. Morgan is whatever. Vault is great. Riven legit is great. Yeah, Riven. See, here's the thing. I think a lot of people would change their opinion on King's Fall if they were to do Riven legit, and they're not extremely overpowered for like most of the encounters in the raid.
I mean, yeah, Riven legit is cool, but no one wants to do Riven legit because they just want to get done with it.
Yeah, the only time people had to do it legit is when they done Pantheon, then realize, oh shit, okay, it's a lot more mechanically involved than what we think it is, because everybody just clips their fucking
but
toenails.
after Pantheon,
Every-
like,
People just went
I
back to
doubt
cheesing.
anyone wants to do it again.
Yeah, yeah. The consensus here is this. I think why I rate King's Fall and Last Wish on a high tier is because outside of Salvation's Edge, they're the raids with the most encounters, and every encounter is unique to where it introduces a different mechanic. It doesn't carry over the same fucking mechanics from the past encounter. You could, like, the argument to be made is something like Crown to
Symbols.
yeah, so
That's it.
no, not really. Okay, so like, how do you compare something like Vault to something like Morgoth or something like Riven? It's completely different. Like, yeah, sure, there are symbols, but the way they utilize the symbols is completely different from each encounter.
Yeah, that is true.
Right? I mean, I think that's what they did with Crown too. Is yeah, sure. Like, what was it, the Witch's Blessing and how you convert that?
Yeah, Witch's Blessing, and then you can only shoot some ads, and you can't shoot others, and then you had like maybe a minute to swap it.
Yeah.
With like at first I think it was with anyone, and then your teammates. Then I think it could have been with I think you had to do it with your teammates for the rest of the time, which I thought was I think is a cool mechanic, and I'm not upset that they brought that throughout the rest, because the farther you go in, like the more high depth it is. You know what I mean? Because like on the very last encounter, you have to worry about your ads, the ogre, the Witch's Blessing, Galran, mini Galran. They're throwing a lot at you, while they're also not throwing too much at you at the same time. They're not overwhelming you with ads, but they're like throwing multiple things for you to multitask. And the best part is, like, you're sectioned off from like your entire team. You have one person to really go with, and I really like it because of that.
Man. As much as I like Leviathan... Wait, hold on. I got a question here real quick. What is this and what is this? Because I'm seeing a Callus here. This is after you beat Callus, and this is in the throne room Callus.
That's duality. The third one in is duality. The one of him that's all gold next to King's Fall, that one is Leviathan.
Oh, okay. Levi's good, but it's aged. I mean, I would imagine them down the pipeline, like maybe within the next year or two, they're probably gonna reprise Leviathan. I just don't know if it's gonna hold up to a higher standard than what it was.
I don't know. I don't know if that's one of the things that was deleted.
Like, no, they have the DCV. They're probably gonna bring it back at some point. They're just gonna shuffle it. It's just waiting for the right time.
Do you not know?
I do not know.
Wait, okay, so you know that they can't bring back Red War, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would imagine Leviathan would also be have that same treatment of completely erased.
Oh,
I'm not entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure it is.
They would have to create it from the ground up all over again.
And I don't think that they would.
Yeah, it would be too expensive. As like, especially with like a vanilla raid, they're gonna have to bring it, put it out for free rather than package it in with an expansion or something. So it's not worth the investment.
Yeah.
From a business point of view, it wouldn't make sense to bring it back.
No, it would make more sense to bring it back Wrath, but they would bring back Leviathan because we don't want to do a new Fallen House.
I think mechanically, if you were to look at something like Gauntlet, Gauntlet is an amazing encounter, and so is Callus.
Gauntlet and Dogs were the only ones I really liked.
Oh, Dogs is
Bass,
amazing.
Whatever.
Now,
Callus, I did not like. Like, I think about it, I did not like it.
Oh, I loved all of them except for Baths. I think Baths was alright. It's a snooze fest, but every other encounter outside of Baths, like Gauntlet, Callus, and Dogs. Dogs was kind of annoying depending on the team that you did it with.
Yeah, Dogs and Gauntlet, I did enjoy.
Dude,
mhm.
Gauntlet Master was fucking brutal. But I mean, I don't know if you've done the runner playground strat, but that's the strat that people, or I prefer using. You loved all except Dogs?
Was that the one to where? Was that the one where everyone stood on a plate, or is that where two rotated with the runner?
I think it was 2 rotating with the runner.
Yeah, I always did that one.
No, it was so RPG runner playground. So like when the runner comes out, he swaps with the plate, and then when he comes out, he has to swap with ground team. So like everybody on that side has to fill in that role at least once. So
Okay, yeah, no, that makes sense. That wasn't too bad of a challenge though.
it wasn't, but like there was a lot of fucking special snowflakes back in the day.
No, I did all of them but Callus challenge.
You're gonna hate me? You're really gonna hate me over this? I think Levy goes above Skurs for me.
There's no way Levy's an A tier.
No, it's not an A tier. It's a high
or
B.
B.
It's a high. It's a high B.
I don't think New Crota and Ron. I know that Ron isn't like the most enjoyed raid because it's pretty much.
It's one of those raids where
But
like I got conditional finality. I'm never gonna do it again.
I don't think Leviathan is that high. Like nothing really happens in Leviathan, if I'm gonna be honest.
Dude, was it 5316? Or what was the code that you put in? It was such a unique fucking raid, man. Like you would go underneath and put in the code.
531624?
I think that was the code that you put in the Leviathan. So you can get the undercarriage and you could go to whatever encounter you want to. So like if you don't want to do Baths, you can just go ahead and do Dogs. Or do Gauntlet.
Uh, 153246.
Oh, that was a code. Okay, never mind. It was the engine room, wasn't it?
I do not know. I couldn't really tell you.
Okay. Oh, Crown. Okay. I think it's a pretty intuitive raid. I just hate how short it is. Understandably so, but that's also the same case with Scourge. Had it not been for the opening and how it drags, I get it. It's supposed to like get you conditioned and familiar with the mechanics, but I think it just overstays its welcome. It's the same thing that I have with Vow, but it's also the same thing that I have with Vault of Glass, with Confluxes. Is as an introduction and maybe on like the first couple of runs, I don't think it's a big deal. But over time, it's just it's a snooze fest.
How great Mars do you need?
Yeah, you just turn off your brain.
Right.
I think Crown is a B. I think I would put it. I think I would put it below Scourge. I think Scourge is better than Crown.
There's no way base Leviathan is better than Crown.
And base Leviathan is peak. I'm gonna just keep it above 50 with you.
I think that's just an insult. That is just an insult.
You have to account for it this way: the time it came out and what it presented.
Can I take us an offer?
Not yet. We got a few
Come
more.
on, man. I want to go to sleep.
It's fine. You can go to sleep. We'll do the thing with random dudes from internet. Go eat habibi.
Ash has 3 more.
No, 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 no. No, 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 no.
Because I might upload this tier list to YouTube and get some people salty on the internet to fucking keyboard warrior this. Who knows? Ah, okay. This raid is very special to me because I played Destiny 1 ever since it was fucking conceived. But we have such a high standard for raids now. Like we've got Vow, we've got Last Wish, we got King's Fall, we got fucking Garden for fuck's sake. So it hurts me to do this, but I think D1, aside from King's Fall, I think Crota's End and Vault of Glass are both in C tier. Really good raids for their time. Okay, maybe not Crota's End. I would put Vault of Glass above Crota's End, at least in terms of D1.
I just do not see base Vault of Glass above New Crota's End.
Oh wait, fuck, I forgot. Yeah, cause fucking D1.
That's base.
The base. Okay. Well, it's
That's
definitely
base.
it's above Eaters. It's definitely above Eaters. Tells you that much.
You're really struggling with Eaters versus original Crota.
No, Original Crota says it. I don't know. I feel like they're on the same entertainment level here. D2 King's Fall. I gotta be fair here. Only one King's Fall can claim S tier, and I think it will be vanilla. It will be vanilla King's Fall. So, Reprise King's Fall remastered, whatever you want to call it. I think takes a high A. I think it goes above Vow. A lot of welcome changes, mainly the one on Golgroth, to where you can't just fucking spam one orb strats and just dip. See, last raid that we gotta evaluate here. This is D2 Vogue, right?
New Vogue.
New Vogue?
Yeah, it's just New Vogue.
Honestly, I see it like more of an improvement than anything. I just wish they took out the lame parts and made them more engaging. They made them more engaging in the sense that you could just kill more shits. But even then, it's not really that engaging because, like, no, you just slap on some overload minotaurs. Okay, like you just set a restriction here, so now I can't really have fun with my build. Whatever. Wyverns, I don't think that's a big deal. On Master, it's a bitch.
Yeah, that one got a B tier for me, but I am like hesitant on lowering it to a C tier, to be honest. Actually, hold on. I can just re-edit this.
I don't think it's bad. I actually think it's pretty good. And also, like the addition of oracles to the throne room at Atheon, I don't think is bad either. The thing is, like, it's like the framework is already there, so there's only so much they can do to not change too much to where it's a completely different raid. That's the case with King's Fall. That's the case with Vault of Glass, but that's also the case with Crota's End. I feel like the most of the changes that they have applied to a raid from Destiny 1 was actually Crota's End and not really Vogue or King's Fall. It's definitely better than vanilla. I would say it's a B tier. It's right above Deepstone. No, not above Crown, above Deepstone. And let's see, this is Wrath, and this is Salvation's Edge, both which I haven't done, so you will never get a say on this. This is my tier list. so far.
I really feel like you would enjoy Wrath. That's the funny part.
Oh, I 100% would. I mean, I have Destiny 1. It's just like finding people to do Wrath with and just doing Wrath. Because I've done the campaign for Rise of Iron. I just don't think I have the time or the resources to do it, you know? I mean,
Have you
wasn't...
seen it?
I have seen it. I've definitely seen it. I mean, isn't there talks of remastering Destiny 1? So, like, if they go through with that, like that's the biggest selling point is Wrath.
Is there
Hmm?
talks? I feel like I don't know if that's worth it.
Yeah,
I
I'm
feel like it just put Wrath into D2. I think that'd just be like a better.
it's,
Like, yeah, people might buy the. Well, I mean, will buy the first one, but at that time, it's like,
no, the thing is, like, most of the things that are in Destiny 1 are already in Destiny 2, so it's like, why remaster the first game when you can
yeah,
just...
like you have a different version of Prison of Elders. You have different Strike and Crucible maps, and it's like the story wasn't that bad for like the DLCs. The main story was okay, and you have Wrath. I don't I don't think it's worth it, especially with like, would they bring back Trials? Would Iron Banner come back? Would they like update it like how they do with D2? Or is it just like, oh hey, here's like everything from like, the last update from D2?
I mean, the updates in D2, I feel like right now, they're not really presenting something that meaningful to where it just completely overhauls the game. So, think of it this way, right? House of Wolves re- largely like revitalized it, also reshaped PvP because of Trials of Osiris. Uh, like it failed to cater into PvE players because it gave us Prison of Elders and past like getting Skolas and just getting your shit out of there. Like, I thought we had the best leveling system then, and I still think that's the case now. Is the leveling system back in year 1 D1 with House of Wolves was actually the best system that we've had. What's it called? The Dark Below, the one that gave us quotas and really didn't bring much to the table. It was a complete dud. You can say it's a scam, but I can also make that case for Curse of Osiris and the Warmind expansion. They really didn't like introduce much. You know what I mean? We're talking about major expansions that just completely reshaped the game and like revived it from near fucking just death. I mean, goes without saying, it's Forsaken and King's Fall. Really, every other expansion, like, yeah, they bring in some really cool things, but not really fundamentally changing the game. And that's the case with Beyond Light, is, yeah, sure, a lot of people complained about sunsetting and shit. But, it also tremendously shifted the game in a way, like, they gave us Subclass 3.0, it gave us a blueprint in Destiny 2. It also gave us Destiny Content Vault, where, like, oh yeah, we can just, reduce the size of the game if, like, nobody's really engaging with those activities like the old raids and bringing in new stuff. So a lot of people hated on Beyond Light because, the raid was like underwhelming for a lot of people. There wasn't really much to do, but I digress. I think it shifted the game towards the right direction. It just took a lot of time for that to happen. But yeah, this is my tier list. What do y'all think?